So welcome to Basics of C++. This is video number 9, and in this we will be discussing logical operators. So we had discussed relational operators previously, and to combine multiple relational operators and to make a meaningful statement we would require some logical operators too. So we have three basic logical operators. It's the OR, and NOT. So I'm assuming you guys know what the AND gate is, the OR gate is, and the NOT gate is. So the AND operator basically means that if both the expressions on the left and the right of the AND operator are true, then it's going to give true. And if both them are false, it's going to give false. And if one of them is true and one of them is false, it's going to give false. The OR operator is like either one of them is true, then it's going to give true. That is, this or this is true, then it's still going to remain true. And then we have the NOT operator, which acts as an inverter gate. It basically, if it's true, the output's going to be false. If the input is false, the output's going to be true. So how to use such gates in C++ is what we will be seeing right now. So I have written the basic startup syntax here, and I have A, B, C, D declared four variables, and let's try doing A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 2, C is equal to 3, and D is equal to 4. Now let's see how the AND gate works. So I'm going to declare another variable E, let's say. So now I'm going to say E is equal to I'm going to open brackets, A is less than B. And how do you represent an AND gate? It is represented by two ampersand symbols. So that's and you this is how you represent AND gate. I've highlighted it right now. Yeah, so that is how you represent AND. So if it's A is less than B and let's say C is less than D, then E will be true. Basically what happens is, if A is less than B, if that is true, and if C is less than D, then E will have the value 1. Suppose one of the conditions, that is A is less than B or C is less than D, ends up being false, then E will have 0 as the answer or false as the answer. So in this case, both the conditions are true. A is less than B and C is less than D. So if I go ahead and put C out E, then I am going to get 1. Okay, we have an error here. Okay, I forgot a semicolon. Remember guys, all C++ statements except for a few which you will see later end with a semicolon. So now I put the semicolon, and so yeah, see, we've got 1. So let's just jumble it up a bit, and let's say A is less than B. That is going to be true. Now if I say C has to be greater than D, now that's false. So it is true and false, which results in a false. So now E is going to be 0. So that is how you use the AND operator. The next one is an OR operator. So for this we use two lines. I don't know what it's called, but it's the key with the left slash. So if you go ahead, you get these two symbols here. This is the OR operator. That's how you do the OR operation. So now again I'm going to stick to the same statement: A less than B and C greater than D. In this case, A less than B is true, C is greater than D is false. But for an OR operator, even if one of the statements are true, it is going to give output true. So let's go ahead and run this. You are going to get 1. Also, the reason I put brackets is simple. What do I say? You can compare it to how you saw in mathematics. So If there is multiplication, you put a bracket so that you don't get confused. Similarly, for C++, you put a bracket so that whatever is in the bracket is evaluated first, and then the innermost brackets are evaluated first, and then it is compared using the OR gate. That's the reason behind the brackets. So this is there, and let's say both conditions fail. So let's say A is greater than B, that's false. C is greater than D is also false. Go ahead and run that. We're going to get 0. Okay, so that's how we use the OR. Now we're going to look at NOT gate. So that basically inverts whatever is given as the input. So let's say you have a statement. The result of the statement is 1. That is true. And if you put a NOT in starting of the statement, then it is just going to invert true to false, and the output will be false. So let's take an example. Let's say E is equal to A greater than B. Okay, so A greater than B is false because 1 is not greater than 2. Let's just run it once for a reference. Okay, semicolon again. Just doing this again and again so you guys remember semicolon is very important. So you get 0. That means it is false. Now if I want to make that statement true, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an exclamation mark in the starting of the statement. What that does is whatever is evaluated inside the bracket will give an output, let's say 1. Then if there's a NOT of 1, it will become 0 and E's value will become 0. Here we are getting the output from whatever is within the bracket as 0, and NOT of 0 will become 1. So right now if you execute it, then E will be equal to 1. So how do you use the NOT operator? You put an exclamation mark. Okay, so the NOT is using an exclamation. The AND is basically two AND symbols or two ampersand symbols, and the OR is the two line symbols that is paired with the left slash on the keyboard. So that's how you use the logical operators in C++. Thank you for watching.